everybody. Shalom, sister. Jackson, Jackie. Salakia, y'all. I'm trying to, okay, get back to the messages. Shalom, shalom, everybody. So I'm gonna wait a little time for more sisters to join before we get started, so that way we don't have to backtrack. And I'm trying to figure out how to get to the messages. Shalom, Sister Shannon. Okay, I figured it out. Salakia. Shalom, everybody. Shalom, Sister Tawana, Ramonica, Sister Tina, Jackson, Jackie. Shalom. All right. While we wait, of course, I'm gonna play a little music while we wait for more sisters to join. I hope everybody got their supplies. If not, get your supplies, because we're going to continue to do this, and that way you can follow right along and you don't fall behind on how to do something. So I'm going to just basically show everybody what I got and what you should have to start off with. Shalom, shalom, everybody. Okay, I'm sweating. I'm hot. Okay. So if you got your sewing kit, your supply sewing kit, it would have looked something like this, similar, depending on where you went to get it. Bottom line, what you really need tonight is you need your scissors. You definitely probably gonna need your seam ripper in case your stitch mess up. You'll need your pins, because I do have a little small project that I want to show y'all how to make towards the end once we get past the stitching and everything. You're going to need your tape measure, and then you'll need your chalk pens, your fabric. If you got a brand new thing of fabric, don't waste it. Just like fold it in half, because we're going to cut it in half, and we're going to cut little strips so we can practice on. You need your thread. I hope sisters got thread. Shalom, Sister Tanya A. Johnson. You need your thread. Most definitely, you probably will need some extra pins for your sewing machine, just in case, you know, it breaks. If you bought a new sewing machine, you probably already got, sorry, the lighting might be a little bright, y'all. Work with me if y'all can't see. Salakia. But these are bobbins for your sewing machine. If you bought a new one, you should have got some of these in your sewing machine pack. That's pretty much it. So I'm gonna give it about 5 minutes for everybody to join. I'm gonna just play a couple of songs until everybody get on here before we get started, so that way we don't have to go back. All right. Oh, of course, I hope y'all got y'all fringes and t-shirt tonight as well, because we're gonna sew some fringes on a t-shirt. Make sure you got your border of blue, a ruler, any kind of ruler. You might have got a ruler in your, yeah, it was a small one in here, but hopefully you got a big one. Shalom, Sister Judah Lioness. Shalom, Sister Cindy. Shalom, Irma Tucker. Shalom, Bubbles 41. Yahira Israel, Chanel Flemings, Georgina. Shalom, sisters, Sister Ramonica. To everybody, shalom. So it's 6:13. I'm gonna give it to probably about 4 more minutes and we're gonna go ahead and get started. Shalom, Sister Tawana. All right.
God forget my enemies, they know not what they do. Half of them are us because they couldn't take a proof. I don't want no sympathy, I'm still gonna serve my enemy. I can't control your energy, you had to let it loose. Thank you for your honesty, I say that so modestly. Was blinded by what I had thought was modesty. But thank you for reminding me, it wasn't just the first or second time for me. It wasn't a mistake, it was a sign for me. I just prayed the pain away, to only come across this pain again. It's so many perilous times ahead, even faced with the abyss. I can find you in the midst. Who am I to doubt your everlasting wish? Lord, hold me by your hip. It's only wisdom which proceed out of your lips. Funny how they stumped on me before I could regroup. And the way they smiling made me want a 2 for 2. Go and check they fruits. Is it Christ-like or is it pharisaical? Christ terror by the rules. I manifest that in the spirit. I pray Michael hear it. By the blood of my Shiach, they gon' fear it. And it's near. For you judge another man, judge the mirror. And it's clear. If the Ruach in the air, it ain't near it.
Shalom, Sister Tanya Johnson. If I didn't say shalom already.
In a time where deception and hatred is at an all-time high.
All right, sisters, we're gonna go on and get started. It's 6:15. So, of course, I want to give all praises to the Most High Yahweh, which the world ignorantly calls God, and His only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai, which the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. And thank you for all the sisters tuning in. I hope y'all are excited to learn, because you're definitely gonna learn something tonight. We will start off with stitching, just straight lines, because you got to get acclimated to your foot pedal. You got to learn to control your foot, because it's all in control with sewing. And then you know, the better you get, the quicker you get. And then we'll do zigzag stitches. We'll connect pieces of fabric together to sew it. I just really want to get you all comfortable with a regular stitch before we move forward, because you gotta have patience in sewing, because it takes a lot of patience. And if you don't have patience, you will end up quitting. So patience is a virtue, sisters. So we gotta have patience, okay? All right, so get your fabric out. Matter of fact, before we get the fabric out, I am going to show you all the sewing machine. So I'm using the Singer sewing machine. I don't know what sewing machine sisters got. If you got a brother, that's a good machine to start off. But if you're really serious about sewing, put brother to the side and go get a Singer, because it's a more heavy duty. It'll last longer. The brother tends to break down after like 5 or 6 months. So if you did get that, keep your receipt in your box, take it back, swap it out for a Singer machine, because that's a better machine. So I want to bring out one preset before we get started. We're going to Ephesians chapter 4, 4:10 through 12. So we got to remember, everything that we do in the name of the Most High, it needs to be edifying to the body. So I'm pretty sure this will be edifying to sisters that don't know how to sew, that's struggling with sewing, that just kind of want to move forward in their sewing, or whatever. If you got questions, drop your questions and I'll be looking. I also got my daughters watching, just in case I miss a question. So let's bring the precept out. Ephesians 4:10 through 12, and it says, "He that descended is the same also that ascended up far above all heavens, that he might fill all things. And he gave some apostles, and some prophets, and some evangelists, and some pastors, and some teachers, for the perfecting of the saints, for the work of the ministry, for the edifying of the body in Yahweh Shai." So we got to understand, everything that we do, it needs to fall under those categories. And with that being said, so if sisters are stuck, I'm gonna need for y'all to drop a 1 in the comments, so that way I'm just not like going, and sisters are stuck and they don't get it. I gotta write down the numbers, y'all, or I'm gonna forget. So 1 will be if you get stuck. Drop a 2 in there. Basically, if you got a question that I haven't went over, and then 3 will be move forward. So hopefully everybody remember that. Move forward. 3 is move forward. 2 if you got a question. 1 is you stuck. So that means I need to stop and go back over something. So I'm gonna literally just show y'all how to get your threads, whatever threads you're using. If you got big thread like this, we know this big thread do not fit on a machine. So it's a way that you can use that. And I'm gonna go ahead and use this big one. Well, I'm gonna show y'all how to thread it first, and then I'll swap out the big one. So let me scoot this up and angle my camera down so y'all can see. All right, hopefully y'all can see. Salakia, work with me, y'all. And as y'all can see, I got a backup back there. Last video, that last machine was tripping. I actually took it back and swapped it out for a new one. That's this one. So we shouldn't have problems. If we do, I got a backup back there. All right. So get your thread, whatever thread you're using. And I'm going to just tilt my machine so y'all can literally see everything that I'm doing. So the top of the machine, as y'all can see, you got the winder over here. This is the winder. This is how you bob up your bobber. Your bobber is what goes down here. That's your bottom stitch. Your top stitch goes up here. So some machines have this. Some machines that just stand up like this and you put it right here on top. So I'm gonna show y'all. Just get your thread. I hope sisters can see. Let me check the comments just in case. Okay, let's keep going. All right, so put your thread on there. And literally, this is not as hard as you think it is. There's numbers on the top of your machine. Check it out. Look at the numbers up there. And follow the numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or whatever, however many numbers you got on there. If you follow the numbers, you will not mess up with threading your top stitch. So 1 is here. It's like a little hook. Y'all see that little metal thing? Every machine got it. Your machine should have it. So just hook the thread at the top, just like that, right? And then, so it's literally telling you, it's pointing up. Take your thread up. That's number 2, right? Keep going down. That's number 3, right? So now we at number 3. Oh my God, y'all. I'm so glad my finger wasn't on there. Okay. So number 3. And then number 4, hook it around. Bring it up. Right? And then there's like a little hook. Let me show y'all. So over here on the side of your machine, it should be a dial. Just turn it. Turn it towards you. Turn it towards you. And when you turn it towards you, you'll see that little hook come up. So look right here. You see that? Turn it towards you and it'll come up. Number 4 would be to wrap it around. You see that? That's number 4. All right. Is everybody following? Let me look. Okay, look like everybody following. Okay. So number 5, obviously you're at the end. So that's where we're gonna put our thread, hook it around a little metal knob or hook thing down here, right there. If y'all can see that. We're gonna cut the end of this thread because if your thread is rough at the end, it's not gonna go in smoothly. So take your thread and go ahead and put it through the needle. All right, I got it. Now, this is called a presser foot down here. This is your presser foot. I call it a tooth. because literally it's like 2 teeth. So you want to take the thread between the 2 teeth and make sure you pull it to the back of your machine. So now your top thread is ready. Don't forget to go back at the top. You should have had one of these. It should be smaller, bigger. Okay, we got a 3. That may move forward. Just put this where your thread is, right here. Put it right there. That locks the thread in place. So when you start sewing, your thread won't pop out. So that's in place, okay? Now, I'm gonna show you all how to bob it. So I already got one bob. I'm gonna just put this to the side and use a new one just to show you. Let's turn it a little bit. So take your bobber, this, okay? Put it up here at this little metal part. Right there. And push it down. So make sure to click it to the right. If you got a digital machine like mine's, when I click it to the right, that'll change so you know you locked in place. But if you don't, that's okay. Just make sure once you hit that foot pedal, if your winder does not start winding, it's most likely because you forgot to push it over to the right. So I'm gonna push it back to the left. It changed back to 0. It's not ready to do anything. So push it to the right. You set in place. You're ready to go. So I'm gonna just put my foot pedal up here and press it. So what we want to do is, now I know I just showed y'all how to thread it. In order to bob your bobber, we have to unthread this. So you have to undo. You got to undo step 4. You got to undo step 3. The easiest part is to literally up here where you start at the hook. Hopefully you all can see this. Remember step 1 where we started at the hook? Put your finger there, hold the thread down, right? And just pull the thread back out. Pull it back out. That's gonna undo step 4, 3, and 2. And now all you have is just 1. So now we have the little, the circle here, which you need to wrap your thread around. Take your thread and just wrap it once and wrap it twice. So I'm gonna redo that and I'm gonna cut this because it's getting in the way. Let's try it again. So hopefully y'all can see this. Take your thread, wrap it around once. Hold on. Once, right? And then wrap it around twice. You can let your finger up and go ahead and pull it on over, right? So now, let's push this back over because we're not ready. Obviously, we got to put the thread on there. Take it and wrap it around. Wrap it around until the thread is all the way wrapped. Now, one thing I want to say, if I just wrap that thread the wrong way, when I hit this presser foot, nothing's going to happen. So that means I need to unwrap it and wrap it towards me, because what I just did was wrapped it away from me. Let's just hope I wrapped it the right way so I don't confuse anybody. All right, let's see. Okay, so I wrapped it, let's see. I wrapped it towards me. That was the right way. So go ahead, press on your presser foot until your bobbin is full. Keep going until it's full. What did I just do? Knock the plug out? Is all sisters following? Nobody stuck. I don't see a 1. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Okay. Okay, so it's kind of starting to rub against this white piece. Let me just show y'all. So if the thread began to touch that white piece, y'all see that right there? Hopefully you can see it. The light is like so bright. Y'all see that? That means your bobbin is full. You don't need any more thread on there. So at this point, push your bobber back over to the left, take it off, and then on the side of your machine, there should be a little razor blade that's hooked on there. Mine's is right here. Yours should be right there, or sometimes they're at the back of the machine back here. So just take it and cut the thread. That's all you have to do. And if it's extra thread, go ahead and just wrap it around. All right. Now we're going back through this to rethread it. The same exact way I just showed you is the exact same thing. So what you want to do, go back up there at the hook, put your finger there, and just pull the thread so it can you got to unwrap that. So just pull it, right? Okay, so we back at step 1. Let's go to step 2. Go up, pull over that hook. Step 3. Step 4. We're doing the exact same thing we just did. If you don't see this, all you have to do is turn your knob on the side of your machine and it will rise up. Hook that's step 4. All right, and go back down. Make sure it go behind that metal piece right there. Put it in the back. Go ahead and cut your thread again because you want a clean thread to get through the needle. And then thread it. All right, so that presser foot, that between them 2 teeth, put your thread between the teeth and pull it to the back of your machine. All right, now this part some people get stuck on. Is really not as tricky as people think. Some machines, I don't know if y'all can see that, some machines show you how to do it, like this one does. It literally show you how to do it. So all you want to do is take your bobber. So my machine is telling me to put the bobber in where the thread, look down at your machine and see what it's telling you to do. So get your bobber and make sure your thread is in the way that it's showing you. You see that? It's pointing. The arrow is pointing to make sure my thread is going that way. All right. So I hope this is good, like at this point. So take it, lay that there for a guide. Put your bobber in. So this is the thing with the Singer machine, it literally has arrows going all the way around showing you what to do. So come here, Grace. I'm gonna have my daughter hold it, y'all, because I'm not trying to. This machine, it's got a mind of its own, as y'all can see. So I'm gonna have her just tilt it so I can show y'all. Because all the machines don't have the arrows. So I'm gonna show y'all one more time. Just put it in there like that. Everybody see that? Drop it in there just like that. Pour your thread and start wrapping it around until you can't wrap it no more. And your bobbin should be in place perfectly. So you want to take the cover and go ahead and cover it up. And now we're ready to sew. All right, thank you. All right, sisters, is everybody on one accord? Do anybody need me to go back and redo anything? Do everybody got that? Hold on, I don't know what just happened. All right, let's see. I'm seeing 3s, that's good. All right. Just want to make sure there's no 1s in here before I move forward. All right, shalom to everybody that came in that I did not greet already. Shalom, thank you for being present in unity and righteousness. Okay, I don't see any 1s, so let's move forward. All right, for my beginners. Now, sisters that know how to stitch, be patient because this is for beginner sewers. All right, we're gonna work on sewing straight lines tonight. I could probably put this up. Hopefully everybody can see. All right, we're gonna work on doing straight lines tonight. All praises, sis. Who is that? Sister Irma. I think she said she been making her fringes by hand. That's a blessing. By hand, and it's been time consuming. Yeah, it's very time consuming. But that's a blessing to even make them by hand. All right. So take your fabric, right? We are going to cut. I think all sisters got a yard tonight. So take your yard, fold it in half, and just cut half of that. Because we don't want to waste the fabric. So cut it in half. And once you cut it in half, cut you off a long strip. So like that's pretty much like half of it, but I'm gonna cut that in half. And just put that out the way. Now I picked red and blue so you can clearly see what I'm doing. All right, so after you do that, really all I want you to do is cut some squares. So fold that piece in half and cut. Now it's a trick to sewing in a straight line, because I know we sit behind a machine and we think we're sewing straight, and then once you get the final product, your line is so crooked you cannot even move forward because it looks bad. You can fold that again and cut it again. I just want to break the fabric all the way down into squares. And I worked with my daughter this morning, my 12-year-old, and she mastered this. So all praise to the Most High. This is easy. The hardest part to sewing, sorry, I'm trying to fix this. The hardest part to sewing, sisters, is patience, like I said, and controlling that foot pedal. You got to get acclimated with that foot pedal. So the first thing we're going to do, take your fabric, get your ruler, and get your chalk, and literally draw a straight line. Draw like 5 lines, because after we do the lines, we are going to stitch over the line. That's how you practice sewing in a straight line. So do that. Ooh, this chalk pen sucks. You can't even see nothing. Where my other chalk pen? All right, I'm gonna have to use the pen, because this chalk pen, you can't see anything. So just draw 5 lines, sisters. All right, once you got your 5 lines on there, you should be able to see it, if y'all can see that. Just put it right under. Go ahead at the first line. So this is the thing. Once you put your thread, can sister see? I want y'all to be able to see what I'm doing. All right. So put your thread up there. Your presser foot is up. That's this little flap. It's a white flap, if y'all can see that. Push it up, push it down, up, down. That's your presser foot. That's what controls the fabric from moving. So put your fabric on there. pull your presser foot down. So the easiest way to follow this straight line, remember the knob on the side of the sewing machine over here? Turn it until it goes down in the fabric. So now you know where your stitch is gonna start. That's the easiest way I can explain it. And then literally just start sewing in a straight line, sisters. Try to control your foot. Start off slow and take your time. And I'm gonna play some music while we do this. And once sisters stitch their 5 lines, just drop a 3 so we can move forward.
I will let the consciousness and spirit of your son dwell in the temples in which you have created since the beginning. I bind and rebuke hatred. I bind and rebuke envy. I bind and rebuke pride. That the Ruach HaKodesh dwell wherever we are. Abba. Let us simply speak and it be so. Let not the wicked one or the adversary put words in our mouth that are more than many of them. Let our yeas be yeas and our nays be nays. Let your people be converted in their heart, soul, and mind to repentance truly, the way your son exemplified.
Now, one thing I want to tell you is once you get your stitch, get in a habit of back stitching. Once you get to the end of whatever you're stitching, always back stitch. That back stitch is what locks everything in place where it won't unravel. So your back stitch is basically, it looks like it's a little button and it's got an arrow. Or if you got the brother machine, it's gonna be like a little button and you push it down. That's how you back stitch. Just in case sisters didn't know that.
As he walked in the earth, and multiplied the disciples a millionfold.
Take your time, sisters. Don't rush yourself. Make sure you having patience with doing this.
It's crazy how I got this mentality at 24. I can only imagine how I be 30, 40, 60. And I don't boast in my wisdom because I don't proclaim to have the wisdom of the heavens or the wisdom of the earth or any deep dark parables. I possess the wisdom of the heart. I would be more open to rebuke if you weren't devious and everything was true. I rap about God, but rather rap about my people. Cause how could I love him and look at how I treat you? He don't want the sacrifices, he don't want your songs. He don't want your straight teachers, he don't want your walls. If you understanding, underhanded. It's okay to overlook me, just be understanding. You don't gotta forgive me now, you can give it a span. It's okay if you don't like me, just say in advance. You gotta fault and even dress it, you should be ashamed. I give you time to pray, so it's a rap. You don't care how much you love, it ain't showing on the surface, but you undercover. It's such a lack of love, and I noticed this. You keeping all commandments, but the holiest. You make all your oppressor, you love me a lot. I know you love me, so to be blessed. You make up your record, always exposed, oh, you chose, huh? Oh, you a rose, huh? You line upon line, you breaking
Once
codes,
sister finish they stitches, put the 3 in there so we can move forward.
We make a fool of our God. We don't look as great as prize, but I see we deal in pride. It's all a show, huh?
I see 3s. Is all sisters comfortable with moving forward?
For a mature disciple of Christ.
Give me some cons. I need some cons before I move forward. Because I don't want to go backwards once we move forward. Okay, Romanica, Sister Romanica. Sis, where you stuck at?
I will be.
Okay, you bent your needle. Okay. All right, let me show you how to do it. All right, it's not a big deal. So just unthread the bottom part. Now, there's a little knob here. There's a little metal knob right here that turns. If you can see that. You see that? Find yours on your sewing machine and undo it. Hold that needle, because the needle will fall out. Not sure what it's okay. Just turn that little metal knob until your needle comes out. So once you turned it enough, this is what you should get, right? Take it out, replace your needle. So when you're ready, all you need to do, I don't know what kind of sewing machine you got. If you got the Brother, this will not probably come out. It'll probably still be in place, but with the Singers, it come all the way out. So get it back in there. Find that little, it's like a circle metal rod that's sticking out at the bottom. Put it back up. Get your needle. Put your needle back up in there. And once your needle is back in there, go ahead and tighten your knob back up. Okay, mine is not locked in. Hold on. Hold on. I'm gonna have to turn my machine. Did you get that, sis? Okay. Did you get your needle out yet? Because I'm gonna have to turn it so I can see what I'm doing. I can't see. I done dropped mine. So lucky, y'all. Okay. I don't know if you got yours back in there, but all you gotta do is turn that little metal knob till your needle falls out. Okay. And then the same way you take that needle out, put it right back in the same way. Don't do nothing different except for swapping your needle out. And once you get it in, make sure you check your alignment down there at that presser foot, the open mouth part. Let me take it off and show you. So once you get your needle back in, make sure that needle lines up here. All right, we're gonna keep going. All right, so the next step, sisters, just get another piece of fabric and stitch a straight line without the pin mark on your fabric, just to see if you can stitch in a straight line.
Open to rebuke if you ain't devious and everything was true. But who are you with them brightness fruits? When you standing on the stool, you gotta stoop. But who am I? It's nice to shake your hand and get a glance, but who inside? Where your eyes? If you got 12 homies, one disguised. How could we proclaim to have the truth but still in lies? That's 1 John 1:5. How could you be dead to the flesh but still alive? That would mean you walking in the spirit at all times. To fully understand that, here rewind.
So sisters, just do 5 more lines and then we can move forward.
Better yet, if you dead to your flesh, then what's left? That would mean you perfect without sin. I'm perfect without wives, all perfect without friends. Got the spirit, that's your teaching, better glow. Who taught Moses everything he shown? Better grow. John 7:15, how knoweth this man led us, having never learned, what we never know. When the Ethiopian man read the script in Isaiah about Mashiach, Philip asked, do you understand what you're reading? And the eunuch said, how could I know except the man died? As they read Isaiah, the eunuch said, this prophet speaking of himself or another man. And Philip started from the same scripture and showed him how it was Christ that was being read about. As they drew near to a river, the eunuch said, what's stopping me from being baptized there? Philip said, only if you believe wholeheartedly you may be baptized. And when the eunuch arose out of the water, the Spirit of the Lord removed Philip. She said, I got a connection.
All right, sister should have straight lines. If you don't, just keep practicing. That is without the drawing. I mean, the more you do it, the more you'll get used to it and be able to see it. I'm gonna do a zigzag just so y'all can see better.
I'm in debt to the Lord and myself in the trees. Then I went and blamed Eve. God, please show me grace. I'm not ready for the lake. I repent to this day. I'm the one that built the calf, then was healed by the staff. How could the angels relate? I was stole from my case. I'm the one that's a slave. Y'all free me from the jail. It get
just
cold
take your
in the
time
shell,
with your stitches
even colder in hell. When we be
and get it as straight as possible. If sister's ready to move forward, drop them threes.
Out of gold, not silver. While we
Shalom,
put rings on the pigs.
child of Israel. Shalom, sis.
Soil in the gold. What's a fish to a bow? What's the dead to a crow?
You're welcome, sis. All right. So the next thing we're going to do, get some more of your fabric because we're going to start stitching stuff together. So just fold your fabric and cut it.
I'm in debt to the Lord and myself in the trees. Then I went and blamed Eve. God, please show me grace. We needed to bethink ourselves in the land where we were
so what you want to do is fold it in half and cut 3 strips.
Supplication unto Yah in this land sin.
That was so crooked. Look at this.
We have committed wickedness. And Yah, forgive thy people that have sinned against you, and all the transgressions wherein they have transgressed against you. And give them compassion where they were sold slaves, so that their enemies might have compassion on them as well. Cause I'm the one that wasn't changed. Just imagine a case. Saw my own mother hang. Just imagine the pain. Just imagine a rape. See my own father whip.
Alright, once you got you some strips, we're gonna sew them strips together.
From his head to his heels. Was a skin worth the purse? Where my fingers wore shirts. Could have picked it yourself.
So when you sewing strips together,
gave me parts of the wealth. No, I won't just
I know they're not even, but it doesn't matter. The point is to get the stitch.
But I have something to say that's true and that's real.
To stitch it together. So what you want to do, put your 2 fabrics together. Get you a straight pen.
We came in our boats and shackled your hands and shipped you back here to work on our land.
And that's pretty much just to hold your fabrics together, so when you get ready to stitch,
I'm the one that killed Christ,
it's a straight line.
With the nails in his hand, yeah, I'm nailed to the end. I'm the one that killed Paul.
So just like that.
To the law, and myself in the trees. Then I went and blamed Eve.
Now go ahead and put it under there in a straight line, right at the edge. Stitch a straight line to connect it.
God, please show me. God, please show me. Just follow me.
When you're done, you should have something that look like this. You can remove your pen, and you literally just made your first stitching of fabrics together. If you're new to this.
Bro's in jail so long he started writing himself.
So now take the next one and do the exact same thing. Put it together.
But she in New York, Dominican, cha-cha, high head, still in a bus on a mata.
Put your pen in.
Young street and book smart. We didn't gain life and took cars.
Get in the habit of using your pens, because that'll save you a lot of time and a big headache of having to go back and take your stitch out.
Cause I'd have been dead at the chain gang. 10 years old when I first got expelled. Okay, quite through the hall and the bell. The OGs told me not to. The shit is too black, so I'm constant. Now everything goes spiritual. Brand new whip with a miracle. Don't let a little money weary you. Better know God take care of you. You don't know what I did, I've been seen. See my first brain at 15. Now I don't do drink or drugs. Cause I had to switch lanes, had to get clean. Bro, it's cool if you from the birds. Long as you 10 toes and firm. Don't let rap get in your head.
This is what you should have, something that's similar to this.
RP Rico, Big Dread. Man, bro, hop out on one leg. Got a homie that really spaz. You should see him when he off his meds. Real cool, real relaxed.
Your sister's getting it. Is everybody moving? Is anybody stuck?
If we repent.
Now, if I'm going a little too fast, sisters can let me know, and like if it's something you're stuck on or you're struggling on, just for the sake that we can continue to move forward without much stagnant, I can do a personal little quick video to show you like whatever it is you're getting stuck on. Just drop it in the comment and let me know though. Sister Shannon, like, come on, move forward. All right, sis. So if sisters got this pretty much control, we're gonna hit the fringes and the t-shirts. The whole point of practicing a straight line is because when you put your fringes on and your border of blue, if that line is crooked, it's gonna look tacky. So you want to master a straight line by doing that. You know what I'm saying? So we can move forward. And sisters got their fringes, they border of blue, they t-shirts. Go ahead and get it out and let's move forward. So I got a little t-shirt here and I'm using like a tassel, and then I also got fringe because I do two different shirts with the border of blue. This is a little shirt I just made. It's a gift that is going out to somebody, if y'all can see it, for a little girl with the ribbon to match it, and then the little tassels. All right, sisters, so I'm gonna switch out my thread real quick because I don't want to use red on this, and then we can go ahead and get started with the fringe.
You know what you did wrong, and if you know, you know, and if you don't, you don't. I speak to the trenches, I speak to relationships, got some of the realest friends, and that's why they say I'm the go. I feel like I failed, bro. Why you going down me? And if I was
real quickly, if you got the big threads that don't fit up here, obviously it don't fit up here, you can still use these. You just take your thread and you set it at the back of your machine right here, and you literally thread it the exact same way, the same steps that I showed you, and it'll work with no problem.
bro, she won't rely on me. So money important, yeah. I'm materialist. You saw me trading my riches, and now I do it again. Don't tell me no white lies. It'll get real dark. I gave you all sides of me. I gave you a healed heart. Now you got a lot to give. If you just provocative, I'm under the influence. This time is positive. We don't do deadbeats. Wrong and we raise men. We don't do big homies. We never praise men. I want to be low key.
Oh, y'all know what? I got a bop with my bobber.
Counseling OG. Just want to feel your love, yeah. I want to OD. Remove all the pain, but do it slowly. Cause I gotta remember this. I'ma have to reminisce. I hate how the wicked rules. I'ma finish. I speak to the low lives. One with no rights. Even before Houston, they had no lights. He gotta move out. He ain't got no time. But he got evictions. But no one to co-sign. And they throw us the hula hoops. They must not know mine. Cause we gon' send them backs. It's looking like showtime. I never steal yours. Why don't we both shine? I don't wanna see you fall. I'd rather go blind.
No, it's just a cotton thread. It's 100% cotton thread, the one that I'm using. The water. Yeah, I was just kind of freestyling this shirt, y'all. For a little girl, make it real girly and cute.
I've seen it, I don't know where to begin. I was saved.
All right.
Don't let your sin manifest. Go confess, this is not how I've been made. I've seen it, I don't know where to begin. I was saved. Don't let your sin manifest. Go confess, this is not.
All right, sisters, grab your fringes and we gonna get started.
Purple jeans, no ZZ, brand new coupe. Step up clean, limousine with my troops. I'm in Gabriel, them go against me, you gon' lose. You too busy checking me, check your fruits. Do the worst, hit the streets, go recruit. Do my dance, hit the scene, nigga loose. I feel like David with my harp, get my flute. Let's walk to the kingdom, this is not a short commute. Walk, Kako dash, feel it in my flesh, full body armor vest. I'm a pest test.
All right, sisters.
Take to my left, blood brothers in the back.
All right, so grab your fringe. With this tassel that I'm gonna use, you know what? I think I'm gonna start the other shirt just to make it more simpler, since it's probably the fringe that everybody is using. And then we'll go to that one. So whenever you doing a shirt, this is another one, y'all. Look at this one. It's like a silver and a gray. This is another little girl shirt that I'm working on. But whenever you doing a shirt, if you want to do like an extra border, always put your border on before you do your fringe. So that way everything will be like seamless and look nice and neat. So real quick, y'all, I'm going to just do my border and then we're going to do the fringe.